What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Universal Bros Unplugged podcast, where we talk about everything Universal. This is episode 26, where we're going to talk about An American Werewolf in London, the classic Universal film. That being said, let's get into the intro.
And we're back.
Alrighty, let's get into City Walk talk. What's going on in City Walk? So this one's pretty cool.
Alrighty.
You actually saw this. You
I
got
did.
to experience it pretty
did.
much the second day that it arrived to
Yes.
City Walk. And that would be the posted up photo ops from Blumhouse for the 15th anniversary.
Yes, I did.
So they have a small little set with four stages, practically, with four different Blumhouse production
Scenes,
films,
yeah.
correct, like small little scenes for
Photo
photo
ops.
opportunities, and that would be located at the stage, the Lagoon stage. I was gonna say stage Lagoon stage. So it's right outside there. I would assume it would look really good at night because it did say that it has kind of like the framing with lighting that goes
Yes.
into it.
Yeah.
So the photo ops sets consist of four sets, one being just a Blumhouse vague, like original, it says 15th anniversary, and you have, I think it's the Blumhouse logo, the grabber, Megan.
Yeah.
The second one is, of course, Megan, and it's a doll box with the silhouette of Megan herself. The third box would be Black Phone 2, which is about to come out. And then it's the phone booth that he's in, Finn is in when he's, making the phone call.
Yes.
You have the grabber in the back approaching him with an axe. And then the last one is the Purge election year. So you have the backdrop for election year, and you have two statues that are dressed up as what
People
would you say?
participating in the purge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Purge participants is what I was going to say.
Yes.
That being said, that wraps up City Walk.
Yeah. And to expand a little bit on that,
Yeah.
in studios during HHN, there is actually a section right before London, a bit after Club Horror, where the grabber has his own stand with an excellent photo opportunity.
Yeah. With the
Of
grabber
which,
himself.
yes,
Yeah.
fantastic, by the way. It's a very small sort of podium set that they have with the phone booth and everything. But man, he's got, it's the perfect amount of snow on him. It's crazy, the special effects team at Universal, how they transform people to make them look like they're straight out of the film.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's mannerisms, his walk, he's carrying around the axe like we see in the promotional material for Black Phone 2. I'm excited to see it.
They really train them up well.
Absolutely.
The actors, and make sure that they
Yeah,
get it down.
I'm definitely gonna go watch it when it comes out soon.
Yeah. We'll definitely go check it out. Probably do an episode on both
Yes,
Black Phones.
at some point, absolutely.
That'd be sick.
So,
That being said, we're here to talk about An American Werewolf in London, a Universal original, and pretty iconic
I would say
for the time that it came out.
no, absolutely.
Insane.
Yeah, no, I mean, and it's insane, one, because of the plot itself and how it pans
Yeah,
out,
correct.
but it's insane the sort of cause and effect that this has had on the horror genre, specifically when it comes
Yeah.
to Universal
Yeah.
and pop culture, which I'm going to get into.
Hmm.
I love one of the things that you can see at studios is the horror makeup show,
Right.
where in it they have the segment that they explain to you a lot of the practical special effects in the film that film actually kind of used for the first time and revolutionized the industry with the likes of, Rick Baker, who is a household name when it comes to horror effects in film. The man created a lot of monumentous effects over the course of film history.
Yeah.
You know, from stuff like American Werewolf in London to even Thriller,
Thriller.
which is one of the things that I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Thriller, American Werewolf in London walked so that Thriller could run.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know this unless you've seen the documentary they made about how they made Thriller.
Mm.
Michael specifically wanted Thriller to look very similar and in scale and quality to the movie American Werewolf in London when he saw it.
Yeah.
That's why the gentleman who directs the Thriller video is John Landis himself,
He's
the
actually
director.
in the video.
He is in the theater.
He's in the theater when they're.
You notice he's in one of the rows off to the left,
Yeah.
behind Michael. It's pretty crazy. And funny enough, most people don't know that one of the zombies that comes out from the doorway during the scene where they're all rising up is Rick Baker himself in full makeup.
Nice.
Pretty crazy.
Very nice.
So yeah, if you ever wondered, if you've ever seen American Werewolf in London and you've also seen the Thriller video, a lot of sort of similarities in how they're filmed and how they appear. That wasn't done intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have, I would argue, one of the greatest, Halloween spooky time songs in all of existence.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, visual comparison is because of American Werewolf in London.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie's really good. I like it. the plot, but what really makes it wow is
Yes.
the effects.
I mean, it is crazy,
Yeah.
right?
For
How
that time.
and how casually it's presented, but in depth it really is. You know what I mean? Because between the animatronic werewolf alone, because it's a giant puppeteered
Right.
wolf,
Right.
is crazy to see.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
shots
sure.
that we get to see and how much of it you actually get to see on screen is crazy. But the special effects on the actors themselves,
Yeah.
aside from the werewolf transformation scene, which obviously won many awards,
Yeah.
that was revolutionary.
Yeah.
And the
It's
use of
funny.
robotics.
It's funny watching it now because you can see like when he's there, you can see that a certain part of his what is now forming into a paw.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of fatter on one side, and it's his fingers. So he's like trying to hold himself while he's wiggling.
Right.
You can see it moving at
Yeah.
that point because it's where his fingers really are. It's funny to see. I mean, back then, imagine that you've never seen a film like that, and now you're seeing this.
What's crazy is like in a way, like imagine being in the theater in the 80s, seeing this film, and having never seen this kind of quality special effects makeup being used, like seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
It's painful to watch the whole process of him turning into a werewolf.
Mm.
It's slow, it hurts,
It's extreme.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is some of those shots are filmed backwards.
Right. Same thing with the Thriller. The Thriller,
Exactly.
like when the nails are coming out, when the whiskers are coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all in reverse. Same thing with what else? What was
The hair.
The hair.
Yeah.
It's
The protrusion of the prosthetics for the teeth in the face. Yeah,
exactly.
which in the horror makeup show, they show you how they did that.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you ever get the opportunity to be at Universal Studios,
That's one of the main points
Yeah.
of the horror makeup show. They explain it's the movie that gets
the turning
brought up.
point.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they explain. They actually have the real robotic
Yeah.
heads, wolf heads, there in person. So when you're going, you're sitting there, it's kind of like a slight comedy show.
Yes,
but
because
it's
it is
also
funny.
You're actually being taught
Extremely
the
informative.
legit- yeah,
If
yeah,
you are a fan of horror,
that's
or of
the way to
Universal
go. You
Films,
definitely have to stop
or
there.
a fan of SFX, you've seen like the show Face Off, and you're a big
Yeah.
fan of that kind of stuff. This is your bread and butter because
Yeah.
they go in depth. They show you everything. They talk about all the way from like the original Universal monsters to like Bela Lugosi and Frankenstein, the Mummy, and the whole process of creating the character is what they call it.
Yeah.
to modern day where now we have a mix of practical and CGI. I mean, they cover everything in a really quick amount of time.
Yeah.
And it's pretty crazy to see the kind of things that they pull off and all the gimmicks that they've used over the years with fake weapons and, the use of blood on screen, a whole bunch of crazy, crazy stuff. And obviously, the greatest demonstration of that on film is American Werewolf in London, amongst many other classic films like Jaws and stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean it's something else, man. And the plot itself is really good.
It's
in the movie.
fantastic.
It's really, really good.
The whole thing is eerie. You ever notice that? The whole thing is eerie. One of my favorite scenes.
I wouldn't say eerie. It's just like everything's slightly off-putting.
Which is what it should be, right? Because the truth is, it is a scary concept.
Throughout even from the start, you're just like, this is weird.
It's off.
Everyone's
Something's
so
off.
Weird.
Right, like when they walk into the pub.
Exactly, and
the slaughtered lamb.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone there seems to be in on it, but not them.
Yeah.
That's a great scene, underrated. That's one of the best scenes in the whole movie. I love the part when they decided to cut off the road when they were told explicitly not to. Don't go through the moor.
I mean, if they imagine if they didn't though.
Right, there wouldn't be a movie.
Exactly. That's the point.
But I love the whole scene of it feels like they get lost because they only have the moonlight to for lighting. So you see them walking through what seems like a vast flatland valley.
Yeah, and there's that light smoke.
Yeah, the mist, the
thin fog. Yeah.
And it's cold and it's wet, and you can tell that they're scared. I mean, they're freaking out on the inside.
Yeah.
They're trying not to.
They're trying to hold it together, but they're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, another thing I really like about the film, and you see it consistently throughout, is that the attacks of the werewolf are quick and out of nowhere. And it's you see the attack, you see the contact for a split second.
Yeah.
And then it's just chaos. You know what I mean? Every time the werewolf hits. And obviously they delve a little bit into how it works. So, you get attacked by a werewolf, but you don't die. You become the werewolf because you're infected with it, with the curse.
Right.
However, dying to a werewolf is an unnatural death.
Yeah.
And so you stay in limbo until
the
werewolf dies.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think, what I mean?
It's pretty crazy. It's a concept that I've never seen until I watched this movie.
Really? You didn't know the whole thing about lycanthropes and the whole mythology behind it?
No, because no other movie really depicts that.
Only the original Wolfman, and then obviously the remake, which was also, I hear, really, really good. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, how many Van Helsing? Yeah. Van Helsing didn't really cover too much about the whole concept of the curse of the werewolf.
Yeah. No. Not at all. I mean, it was a main plot in the story, but it wasn't there wasn't too much depth. Van Helsing was very vague for the most part.
Not a lot of lore.
Yeah, exactly.
Just enough to keep the story going.
Exactly. Enough to where you're
a meshing of several,
Yeah, you don't feel like you're missing. You got told enough, what you needed to know for the story.
Exactly. Yeah, just enough for the sake of the plot.
But yeah, that whole concept that you're kind of stuck there, and then you learn that that's the truth once he, his first time after transforming, and then the guy's there and he's slashed up.
Right. What I love about the film is that every time, his friend sees him,
he
slowly more and more decayed every single time.
Which is really, I really like that too.
Each one of those stages, by the way, from it being fresh to him being kind of rotted to then him being 100%, a legit rotting corpse.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. For the time that it came out, it's insane to think that someone went through I can't imagine how much time that took. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The makeup.
Oh, yeah.
Poof.
Well, but that's what makes the film. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a mix of those really suspenseful shots, like the one in the train station where he hunts that guy down that's running through the hallways of the subway. And then you see the final shot from the top of the escalator down. And then I think that might be the first shot we get to see more than just a partial view of the werewolf itself and its movement. Also, how did you feel about the werewolf in this one being a creature that moves on all fours versus a a stereotypical werewolf that runs on two legs.
I don't know what stereotypical werewolf runs on two legs.
Well, I mean, in Van Helsing, it's a two-legged. It runs like a human, right? Because it is part human. Same thing in Harry Potter, even though
No,
he
it
kind of
doesn't.
gallops on fours. Yes, in Van Helsing, yeah. The jumps are off of all fours, but the werewolf can run like a human.
But it doesn't. It runs on all fours. Same
Does
thing,
it?
Same thing in Harry Potter.
I don't. Well,
In Harry Potter, he kind of stands there.
I've seen
right?
Lupin take steps in werewolf form.
Yeah, he like when he slowly approaches them, but then he starts to get down and he starts crawling.
I guess.
And then when he
so.
goes and he chases Sirius, he runs on all fours.
Well, the original Wolfman is a two-legged creature.
Yeah, but it's Wolf Man. He's
I see
more.
what you're
He's
saying.
less. He's less werewolf, more wolf man. You know what I mean?
We're
he's-
splitting hairs here, pun intended.
What?
It is. He is technically the first depiction of a werewolf. You know.
Yeah, but again, it's called Wolf Man.
Right. I understand. We're nitpicking. We're nitpicking.
Yeah, werewolf was the next thing, which is full form.
Yeah.
You are now a transformation. You're no longer. You've now gone to like 25% human, not even.
Right.
It's like less than that, and you're like more of a werewolf, which is just
Yeah.
a wolf-like creature.
I thought the fever dreams that he was having, going through like the process of like the curse taking hold of him, was also pretty crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those intense scenes where it's like from his point of view, chasing and
Yeah.
moving. At the beginning, that he's in human form, right? Because he's not fully the werewolf until he transforms for the first time. That one time that he's alone. But you can see that they're evolving the concept of him being the werewolf as the things that he does seem to be more and more wolf-like. Like at first it's just him running, and then you see him, the next one I believe is him running naked, but then he attacks the deer at the end and is like eating from it.
Yeah.
Still in complete human form,
Yeah, exactly.
and then we start
The
seeing
behavior is
exactly,
different.
yeah, which
is
is
what I
crazy.
liked.
The fever dreams are wild. If you've never seen the film, the fever dreams alone,
Yeah.
the one in the hospital where he wakes up and he has the yellow eyes that we see from the Thriller
Yeah.
movie, which is where they come from. If you didn't know,
Yeah.
that sort of it's a mix between he's like a pale demon-esque look. He has the werewolf teeth and the eyes, but he's still like sort of like a pale human being.
Yeah.
And then we have the fever dream of him in his house with his family, and the werewolf Nazis pull up out of nowhere
Which is
because
crazy.
it is because it's a mishmash of the fever dreams he's having, and then obviously influenced by what he was watching at the time, which was like a war film,
Yeah.
and so
World
that's
War II
that's
film.
where that mask comes from.
Yeah.
The whole the werewolf, the American werewolf in London mask, which is a wolf's head, but it's wearing the Nazi German helmet.
Yeah.
For the
It's
longest
crazy.
time before I saw the film, I was like, how does that make sense? That seems weird.
Yeah.
Two
yeah,
things
yeah.
that have no connection to each other, but
Yeah.
it's because of that that sequence, that dream sequence in the film.
Yeah. It's actually really funny.
Ultra violent, by the way.
Yeah.
That scene and the
They,
final
like,
scene.
shoot them all up, right?
No, they just come in, they like light the couch on fire, they kill his family, they like are destroying everything with like Mac 10s, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a fever dream.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's like it feels like in Punisher, like that's where they got the. Like that had heavy influence in the scene where he's tied up to the chair.
yes, yeah,
It's very very similar.
absolutely.
I wonder if that was like that was where he got like the idea.
Who knows? Who knows? You know.
Pretty interesting to look into. But yeah, no. As the movie progressed, it's funny. Then after the kill, then he goes to the theater, the adult film theater in London.
Right. Well, this is already after he came back to the nurse's apartment. Which, by the way,
Crazy.
that whole section of the film with the the love interest, if that's what you want to call it, it's basically the nurse falls in love with him at the hospital where he's taken to,
Which is crazy.
and then she just like casually, like when he gets like discharged from the hospital, she's just like, okay, well, you're coming home with me.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no
Yes.
discussion. There's no
Wild
explanation.
shit.
It's just like, well, they were digging each other. So, and we need to, we need to get him out in the city. He needs to be, in a place where he can be let loose.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing where after the transformation that happens in the apartment, where he goes and disappears, and he kills the couple, he kills the guy in the train station, and he wakes up at the zoo.
Where he kills 6 people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because he also kills the homeless people.
Yeah.
Right. That is 6 people. It's the guy in the train station, the couple going through the courtyard, right, going to that dinner party, and then the 3 homeless men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
No, it is
And
wild.
again, they're at the adult film theater.
Yes.
It's so funny. It's funny because the scene, the scene that they're watching
Yeah.
in the theater is so funny.
Oh, because
The guy
that was
walks in
what?
and he's like, "You're sleeping with her. I told her not to." And she's just like, "I don't know you." He's like, "Oh, right." And then he walks out.
Yeah,
and I'm like, "What?"
I till this day I don't know what that's about. It's very weird.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just funny, and then while they're talking, like he's there and he's talking to his dead friend, and then he's just,
who's a literal corpse. He's like part
Yeah,
skeleton at
and
that
then
point.
you see the guy that he just killed. in the
All of them
train
are there.
station.
All of them are there
they're all
chilling
there
in the
sitting, and
theater.
In the background, you just hear the moaning. From
Yeah.
the film.
Yeah,
It's
that's pretty
so
funny.
It's
But here's the
goofy.
thing: throughout the whole film, there's comedic moments like that.
But that's exactly my point. It's just fun.
It is-
It's pretty good.
No, it's
'Cause it's a horror film.
yeah.
But there's also the comedy aspect.
right.
So.
When he takes the kid's balloons plural.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First of all, he tries to bribe the kid.
Yeah. With
He's like,
$2,
I'll give you
£2.
I'll give you £1, and the kid's like,
£2.
I'm not falling for it.
That's what
£2,
brings-
and then the kid's like, okay, I should check this out.
And he walks over, takes the balloon.
He's just like, I'm the balloon thief, and I go, why would it? And then he goes, why would a balloon thief want to pay me £2? And then he gets his
You're right.
balloon.
And then
And he takes the kid's balloons.
They say, "Mommy, a naked American
American man took my balloons. And here's another thing I didn't understand. So he uses the balloons to get from point A to point B. Point A being he gets the balloons, runs, steal the woman's coat. All he's wearing is that woman's coat.
Yeah.
He then shows up to the apartment after the doctor has
With
been
the
going through this whole
woman's coat,
storyline.
Yeah.
The whole storyline, the doctor's in the background looking into the news and all these weird incidents, and he goes to the town and speaks to the people and starts putting 2 and 2 together, and is constantly in contact with the nurse, being like, like you gotta keep track of him. Like I don't know, I think something's going on here.
Yeah.
And she's, just like, oh, la-di-da, blah, blah, blah. She's just like, I know, I just
fine.
haven't seen him. He's okay, And then the guy shows up wearing nothing, gone for, he went on some sort of bender,
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
shows up in nothing but a woman's coat. And she doesn't once go, what is going on here? What is this?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What are you doing? Normal people don't just disappear. Well, I don't know what, It just all seems weird to me,
I mean, it's a goofy movie.
And then on the doctor's on the phone, like, no, this is serious. Like,
She's
what
like,
state
"He's
is he
not
in?
Crazy.
No, he's not
fine."
crazy. He's fine.
No, he's got the wolf in him. Yes, he does.
Oh,
She's
man.
there on the phone.
And he's like,
He's got that dog in him.
he's got that
I
dog in him.
know.
Yeah. he did have that dog in him.
He did have that dog in him. Yeah.
But yeah. Also, the movie has like, I do like that it has no real. There's no real happy ending to any of it. It's just,
No, there's
it's
no
just
happy ending
terrible.
to it, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just sad.
I will say this. So, the final scene, right, where he turns in the theater. That's one of my favorite because of the amount of chaos that ensues. After he has the whole conversation with all the people that are part of the line of the werewolf, that they keep telling him, it's like, dude, you just gotta off yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And they're all arguing, and the guy,
Because-
and his friends was like, listen, I get where you're coming from, but like I'm friends with this guy. Like, you gotta cut me some slack here. Don't be rude.
Don't be rude.
Don't be rude.
Yeah.
And And they're all just like casually coming up with ways that he can kill himself.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and the couple's like, you should use a gun. That would be a good. That's quick, you know. And the guy from the train station is like, or you could throw yourself in front of a train. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so funny.
Yeah, but then the police are there, and so the second that it breaks through, which by the way, wild. So the cop sees him, runs and closes the what's it called, the gate or the, what would you call that? That rolls from the top down for stores.
It's called
The security mesh.
Yeah, but it's not a mesh. It's like the shutter.
The security shutter for the theater.
Yeah.
Closes it.
Yeah.
Says, get help. The smartest thing in the whole movie. Call for help. Tell them to bring rifles.
Yeah.
Subsequently,
what would you do if you were a cop and you pull up and there's a literal werewolf? Yeah, exactly.
you know what?
Same.
Now, you know what? I understand why things panned out the way. What do you do?
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, I would hope I'm armed.
Yeah,
I'm not just like one of those old school English cops that just has like the little club. They're like, oh, what am I gonna do with this?
Yeah, you're in England too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the cops are strapped. In England.
Still, man. In the 80s, at most you have is like a revolver.
No, they pull up with AR-15s at the end
That's
of the
different.
movie.
That's like, that's like their SWAT division or whatever at that time.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that like the werewolf is so strong. Even with the security gate down. It literally one, there's a cop there standing, or it's either like a series of bystanders, because like all the police pull up and it's like a scene being caused. It literally breaks through, grabs a guy with its mouth by the head, and then literally bites down. And the next scene is it's the head getting thrown across a cop car. And then at that point, everyone's like, ah, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. And then like the vehicle's crashing, by the way, and people getting thrown through windows, and that lady that falls out of the double-decker bus after it flips, or like it swerves in a circle and it crashes. There's a scene in there where a car it kind of like ends up sort of hydroplaning.
Okay.
And it doesn't flip, but it smashes another cop in between two cars. It sandwiches him.
Really?
Yeah. I wonder how they did that. Because you can tell it's a stunt driver, and the other car is stationary, and the actor is there, of the police officer is there. But there is a scene in that whole sequence of chaos where all the car accidents are happening and bodies are flying here and left, while the thing is just casually walking around. Like
it's slowly
attacking
out,
people.
right?
Yeah, in like London Square.
Yeah, because that's like all hell's breaking loose at that
Yeah.
point. Yeah. Yeah, that's
There's a
crazy.
scene where a dude gets sandwiched by two cars, and I wonder how they did that because it looks close.
Yeah,
It looks like he actually got sandwiched.
that's crazy.
Movie magic, man.
Yeah.
Movie magic. The whole scene of the cars crashing and bodies flying everywhere, pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Funny enough, this is one of those Universal films that, when it came to Halloween Horror Nights, has had, in my opinion, one of the most accurately depicted houses that have ever existed for a film. That's a Universal
When
film.
did it come out?
So, well, American Werewolf in London came out in the 80s,
No,
but
I know
the
that.
houses here in Orlando, we had it for 2013 and 2015. 2014, it was in Hollywood.
Okay.
So here it was for, it was here a year. It was a smash hit. Then it went to Hollywood, and then they brought it back to Orlando in 2015.
Let's take a quick break. We'll get more into it after the break.
Absolutely.
Let's go to it. And we're back. Alrighty. So let's talk about, since it's spooky season,
Yes,
this is our HHN series.
of course.
Let's talk about the houses based off an American Werewolf in London. So I've personally never looked into it. This is news to me that you've just told me.
Really?
I actually didn't know, I swear. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, it's actually one of the best houses that they've ever made, based on a major IP.
I mean, I could only imagine. Honestly, when you said it, I was like, that would be sick.
No, it was. I mean, I've seen the walkthroughs of it. Obviously, we were much younger,
Yeah.
and we weren't already
right.
super into Universal
Yeah.
at the time.
Yeah. We didn't have our own adult money.
Exactly. This is before you and I started going to HHN.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so describe the houses.
absolutely. So, obviously, I think it goes in perfect order of the film
Mm,
as far as like the most important scenes.
yeah.
So, it starts off with you going into the actual pub, the Slaughtered Lamb.
Mm,
And in there, it is, I mean, I'm telling you, it's everything's in the perfect place. The dartboard, the glass is hanging, the seating, the actual 5-point star on the wall they have with the two candles.
yeah.
And then from there, you start to go into the outer part that they make it look like Scotland.
Uh huh.
Then now we start seeing a series of the werewolf attacking with like strobe.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually
That's actually pretty
really, really
sick.
cool. From there, I think then we go into the house itself, like the apartment, and that's where you actually get to see the scene. And this one's robotic.
Where he's transforming.
Yes, on the floor,
Nice.
full, like you see in the
Really?
film. That whole shot
Yeah.
of just him like being stretched out, and yeah, it's actually really, really cool.
That's
And then
pretty
obviously a series of scares in between. Then right, people being mauled by the werewolf and everything.
nice.
And funny enough, then you move into my favorite part, which is you walk into the theater.
Really?
Yes, and the cool thing about this one is that in the seats, dispersed among, it's like a full-fledged like small theater.
Uh-huh.
Some of the corpses sitting in the seats are scare actors.
Nice.
Yes, so it's like another one of those like you don't
Do
know.
they jump out?
Yes,
Nice.
yeah, and they all look like his friend that's like at that stage of
Yeah.
final
Yeah.
necrosis.
Uh-huh.
That they're basically part skeleton.
Yeah.
Really, really cool stuff.
Sick.
And then from there, they literally take you into London Square,
Where everything's
the
going
chaos
down.
of the car crash, and you have people like jumping out of cars, like crashing and noises, and the full blown animatronic coming at you. Oh, I lied. In between the movie theater and the apartment transformation, you go through the subway.
What?
Yes, they have sections where he pops out at you, but it's a series of hallways through the subway, like the tiling and everything. Yeah, and then you go into the movie theater, and then you go into London Square, where you have the final scene where they go and they shoot the werewolf at the end.
Right.
No, dude, it's crazy. It's what it reminded me so much of? Halloween. It's like the most perfect progression of scene
Yeah.
to scene
Well, very well done.
from beginning to end of the film.
Damn, that would be cool if they brought it back.
I think they should. They've brought back
Dude,
films
next
like
year,
that. Yeah, I mean,
25.
I don't know. What would you want to see next year?
I think we've talked about this, but realistically,
I think Black Phone 2 will make a comeback.
I mean, it's definitely going to be there.
I think so.
Which is honestly, I do want to go check.
I'm
it out.
hopeful for the film. I'm going to be honest with you. I loved the first one.
Yeah.
And I think the house was also a massive success, even though it was shared with Freaky the
Yeah.
year that you and I
Yeah.
went.
Yeah. I would say the ones that I like.
You think
but
they're going to do a Megan 2?
I don't understand how they would, because it's
Yeah.
the movie. It's a killer robot, but
It seems like the second one is
it's a robot versus a robot. It's
this
like
is Terminator.
She's now exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a modern day.
Am I the only one seeing this?
No, you're right. It's like in Deadpool where he's
Yeah.
just like, doesn't Papa, can you hear me from doesn't do you want to
Yeah,
build a snowman sound
sound
like Papa, can you hear me
From Yentl. Yeah.
Yeah. Which technically at the end of the movie is funny. Sorry, just a quick sidetrack.
Yeah.
It's funny because at the end of the movie, they're like, any last words? And it's technically, before he dies the first time, it's, do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. But besides that, no, I wouldn't want to, look, Halloween was epic,
Yes.
but I don't want to see it again.
You would never want to see it again?
No. I would want to see it again in the future. But this is 35, and they're going to go all out. And I want opportunity to see other ones that I haven't experienced. So, Texas Chainsaw.
Yes.
I want to see Texas Chainsaw. That's
The 2006?
one of my favorite. Yes.
Yeah.
2003, 2006.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason's this year.
Yeah.
Black Phone 2 is obviously going to be there. Definitely want to check that out. So Texas Chainsaw, Killer Clowns would be super sick.
Oh man, I would love to see Killer Clowns
would
again.
be epic.
Oh,
Because the amount of detail it would have.
Yes.
I would love to be able to feel like I'm in the movie.
Go
Like
through
I'm
the spaceship.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
would love to see the,
Yeah,
the
man.
cotton candy sacks.
Yeah, the cocoons.
The cocoons.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know, dude. I think those would be sick. I don't know. I think those would be like the main ones I'd want to see. Everything else, IPs. I mean, think about it. How heavy on the IPs are they gonna go?
Do you think so? I know a movie that's become extremely popular due to word of mouth. So much so that even people that you and I know are not that into movies are talking about it, that they want to go see it. Weapons.
What's weapons?
Weapons is I think it's a horror film that's out now, or it recently came out. I believe it's similar to the concept of the movie The Crazies. I know you've ever seen that film. People lose their mind, and like it's some sort of disease that makes people run rampant, kind of like a zombie apocalypse, but not really. I think there's a whole other element to it. So that's what I saw from the trailer, but it's something along those lines. I think it's gonna be.
It's a Universal film.
I don't know if it's a Universal film.
Well, then, yeah, I think.
I've been really focusing on just Black Phone 2 coming out because I
Yeah.
like the first one, and I've seen promos for Megan 2.0.
I don't know, man. I honestly have no idea what they could possibly. They could probably do depending on people's reviews at the end of this month of FNAF. It's gonna really dictate whether they do.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Possibilities there.
You know what we could do? I am kind of pandering at this point, but we could see all 3 films of the new Halloween trilogy. So you could do Halloween 2018 all the way to Halloween Ends in one house.
You could.
For your consideration. I just want to put that on the table.
Universal grade if you're checking this out.
Yeah. They are Universal films. You know.
No, I
Also bring
agree.
they could. You don't know. Sometimes they whip out a gem from the past. They hit you with something like The Exorcist.
That would be insane.
So yeah, they've done that before.
I'd love to see that too.
Or they hit you with like I don't know, something goofy like we get a house like the Gremlins. Something fun. Who knows? Maybe they do. Maybe within. Well, I don't know. I think it would already have to be announced and coming out, but because they already did Frozen Empire, Ghostbusters. Who knows? Who knows?
The Ghostbusters house would be funny. A goofy funny.
Right. Right.
Or a Beetlejuice one.
We have had Volcano Bay Nights with
Yeah.
the gang and Scooby running amok.
Scooby Doo. It'd be a really cartoony.
If we can do Five Nights at Freddy's, I think Scooby Doo is a possibility.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I agree there.
For your consideration, I
Yeah.
just want to put it on the table.
Yeah.
But stuff like that,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if at some point we see there's another major one that I haven't heard about in a while. Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'm not a big Freddy Krueger fan.
No, it's not everyone's thing. It's not one of my personal favorites, but I can see why it's
Hey,
so
you the Green
huge.
Gecko? You know what block you want? You know what I'm talking about? It's like it's a guy dressed up as Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
He walks
yeah.
up to the little kid. You the Green Gecko? You know what block you want? And he starts chasing the kid. Running, and he goes and he corners him in a hallway. And the kid's screaming. Dude, it actually turns out the mom gets mad at him. He's like, "Don't scare him like that." He's like, "Oh, my bad." That is so funny. You know what block you're on? He chases him. What set are you repping?
What set are you repping?
Anyways.
I would love to see. I don't know. Something cool out of left field, like Dawn of the Dead or something like that. I just feel like I understand we had like an absolute huge amount of time that we had zombies at Universal, but I think it's been a minute. I think it's been a good minute. You said it. Next year we'll be 35.
Yeah.
That's huge. I kind of want to see Jack back to host the whole thing. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah. It would. It'd be pretty.
Just I gotta see. They gotta do something extravagant. You know what I mean? We had Dr. Oddfellow,
They could do like
which
an
was the
original
guy that
house.
killed Jack.
They could do like an original house where it's like a carnival.
They,
a
I
psycho
think they've
carnival.
done similar things in the
Yeah,
past.
mhm.
I would love to see Jack and Chance come back, the two of them, and
Yeah.
hosting the whole thing. Like I said before in our HHN Origins video, maybe his brother Eddie could finally see the light of day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they could do something fun with that because he got, you know, kind of screwed out of
Maybe
his.
5 would be sick if they did that. And I don't know. Chucky.
They did Chucky before, but it was based on the show. It wasn't that great.
Boo.
Maybe the original Child's Play.
Yeah, that'd be
You
pretty
know?
cool.
Yeah.
What else? There was one I was thinking about.
Poltergeist.
I would love to see The Walking Dead.
Really? Again?
I would love to see it. Like, I've seen videos of it. I've seen like clips
Yeah.
of what it was like.
What do you mean, like OG Walking Dead?
Yes. Like I remember seeing like in the house they had the actors that were the brothers, the two twins with
Mhm.
the mouths cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That she would walk with. What was her name?
Michonne.
Michonne.
Yeah, with the katana.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
yeah. No, I mean it's.
I think that if they're gonna do, they did The Last of Us, right? Which is a video game.
Yeah.
I know it's not that popular, but another really great zombie video game is Days Gone.
Yeah.
I know it's not as huge as The Last of Us,
Yeah.
you know, but you know, it's something, you know.
I'd love to see a Jurassic Park one too. I'd like to see a Jurassic Park scare zone.
That would be
Where
sick.
people, you could have people there screaming, and there's like the people in the suits with the dinosaurs eating.
in a
and
time far, far away, you know,
Yes.
they did have
Correct.
when we
But
did
it's like if we're gonna
twice, you know, Islands of Fear.
if
That was a
yes.
minute ago.
But they can bring it to studios.
You
Why
think
not?
so?
A scare zone in Central Park, and they could have like you ever seen like in some parks they have the actors that are within the suit and they control it, and
Right.
they're within the bush.
Yes.
They could do that all.
Well, I think that's
throughout.
what the Raptor Encounter is also like.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. They could do that throughout the park. Like if we can have cat people and big cats, why can't we have
Dinosaurs.
dinosaurs?
Raptors.
Scared. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. You know, I'm a Jurassic Park fan. I am not opposed to it.
You could have like Alan Grant and like the guy
Nedry.
people screaming exactly.
Some Dilophosauruses.
Yeah.
That'd be
People just
cool.
walking around screaming.
Yeah.
Telling you you need to get safe. You know.
Shooter. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That'd be pretty. Some Jurassic Park workers getting attacked.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of hoping for the game that seems to be in the shadows still somewhat, that Universal's making Jurassic Park Survival.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that's a major success, and then in which case that's like prime spot IP wise to become a house at Universal for HHN
Yeah.
in the future, if they ever decide to release it, because it's been like what, almost a year, 2 years since it was announced and
Yeah.
nothing.
Same thing with GTA 6.
Yeah.
That's for another topic.
We got Five Nights at Freddy's at HHN before GTA 6.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Anyways, that being said, you have anything else to add to?
No. I mean, listen, An American Werewolf in London is one of the greatest horror films of all time, especially in Universal's catalog.
Yeah, for sure.
Rick Baker's a genius. Same thing with John Landis. I mean, just monumental waves. You know, there's a reason it's kind of shaped horror into the direction. Thriller would not be as we know it if it wasn't for An American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
With that, I've said everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, that being said, I want to take this time to show some appreciation for the fact that within these past couple days we did hit 750. Let's get a round of applause, people. A little round of applause. Very nice.
You know what I've been thinking about doing? I'm going to get one of those like party blowers, and we're gonna come on. Come on, dude. Just a, you know, little you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something fun,
clackers,
something fun.
Universal Bros clacker.
What's the next milestone for us? 1,000?
1,000 followers. We've hit 750, guys.
Oh, we got to do something special for 1,000. I think that in itself should be a whole episode.
Yeah, but what
Something of the like.
special?
I don't know. We'll come up with something. We will come up with something.
Well, that being said, that's going to wrap up this episode, guys. Once again, our personal ats are here in the corner of the screens. Right about here, you're going to see, or actually, right about here. We'll see. I don't know. I don't really remember. But it's going to be the page for the podcast, Universal Bros Unplugged, TikTok and Instagram. If you have any business inquiries or collabs, email us at the email right about here. If not, it's right here. Universal Bros Unplugged Podcast at gmail.com. That's for all business. Even if you have questions, feel free to send us there. We've had numerous people shoot us some emails, and I tend to respond there and answer your questions. Please comment on the episode.
Yes, please.
Whether, I don't know, something. whether it be a clip you found funny, what's an HHN house that you want to see.
Yes.
But other than that, don't forget to subscribe. A lot of you guys watch the podcast but aren't subscribed. So it takes 2 seconds. Just go ahead and
save yourself the time if you're going to be coming back.
It'll pop up on your homepage on Spotify anyways.
Absolutely.
So you might as well follow. Help us out.
We would really appreciate it.
If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, like, comment. Let us know. Say here. And, yeah. That being said, we're going to end the episode right there.
Fantastic.
Next episode is episode 27. Do we have any ideas of what we're going to talk about?
We don't really know. We'll
leave it up for talks. That being said, guys, catch you guys on the next one.
See you guys.
Peace.